Alright, so let's go over this Zeppelin tune, or at least the main licks of the song, or the chord of the song. It's in open G tuning, so if you're already in open G tuning from maybe some of the Delta Blues lessons before you tune out, maybe give this a little shot. It's not that complicated. The strumming part there's a lot of strumming in this, so strum how you want. I'm just going to show you the chords, but there's a lot of strumming, and Jimmy Page does a lot of strumming in this. So. It starts off with an open, and then you put your first finger on or you put on the first fret of the B string, and the second fret of the D string. That's the next chord. You're going to move that up 2 frets, and I'll play this in full in a second. And then you're going to remove your index finger, put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the E string. And return to that chord structure we just learned and move back down 2 frets. And then open, and then hit that chord we just learned on the 1st fret of the B and the 2nd fret of the D. So in context, it'd be something, you know. Now, one thing I like to do, I'm sure it's not proper, but I like it. At the top here, I only use my ring finger on the 3rd fret. It's really not much different than that chord. Maybe it is, I don't know. I like it better. It just sounds better to me. So, but I think the proper way to play it is keep your middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string here. Then you go back down, obviously. So the next part is there's a little sustain part. It's kind of an E shape, where if you're playing an E, open E on standard tuning, you know, but we're going to go up 1 fret. So it would be the 2nd fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of the D and the A string, like an A shape. But we're going to cover this 3rd fret of the B string with our pinky. Kind of gives a sustain to it a little bit, and then you start over with the pattern we just learned. We're going to go back to this in a second. And then after the second time, we're going to end up going to the 7th fret and just barring it. Or, you know, there's a couple of different ways to play it, but if you bar it, it'll be okay. I play it with my fat middle finger on the B and the G string on the 7th fret, and then my index finger on the 7th fret of the A string. I just think it sounds a little better, but it really doesn't sound much different than you're just barring the whole thing. But that's what I like to do. So then after that, we're going to go down and bar the or 2 strings on the 3rd fret, the E and the B. Then we're going to go 2nd fret of the E and the 1st fret of the B. Then you start the progression over. So let's go. I'm going to skip ahead in the song a little bit. Let's say let's just follow me on this. We know these chords. Then that E shape right here with covering with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the B. Then 7th fret. Then barring these 2 strings on the 3rd fret. 2nd fret on the E, 1st fret on the B, and then you start over. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, if you can pull it off, while you're playing this, they play it a million times. I mean, so at the top of this progression and the bottom of the main progression, try and incorporate or pluck the A string too. So I'll show you right here. So we're at the top. We're going to work our way down again. Do it again. You don't have to do it that pronounced, but try and incorporate it somehow. Then that was not very good, but you get the gist of it. So at the top, at the bottom, you do the same thing. So really just twice in that little progression. A, and that's pretty much it. Before that, actually one thing they do before the outro, they kind of do this, when you're on the 7th fret doing this chord, go down 2 frets, before you do these two, which we just learned. That's not in the song, but open G is fun. So anyway, if you're wondering why this tag is here too, by the way, my girlfriend bought me this urban guitar, and I wanted her to return it until I started playing it. It's a really good little guitar. She might have paid too much for it, but I'm not going to bash this guitar at all. It's a beautiful sounding guitar, very easy to play. Now, I'm not getting paid by Keith Urban or Yamaha, but if you ever get one, it's a beautiful guitar. So anyway, hope that was helpful. If this was helpful, like and subscribe and all that stuff, and see you next time. Bye.